Hi ladies, and welcome to our trauma sensitive series. This session is for any of our pregnant mamas who have experienced birth trauma before this pregnancy. So I want us to start in a seated position, and if it's comfortable, in this tall kneeling position. So I've got a bolster here. If you've got any pillows that you can pop between your thighs and you can sit up on. If this really doesn't feel comfortable on your knees or on your pelvis for whatever reason, you can come into Sukhasana or easy pose. So just sitting on your bottom, and I really advise to prop yourself up with a pillow or two, just to really, so you're not slumping. And also, depending on where you are in your pregnancy, you're going to have a big bump. So we want to give you as much room as possible to sit up nice and tall. We want the spine to be as long as possible. All right, ladies, you can sit up on a chair if either of those don't feel comfortable. I've got a footstool here. That sort of height would work really well too. So make sure you're comfortable. And then just settle in. And just bring your palms to face down. So we're going to really ground ourselves today. So palms facing down, really feel the connection of your thighs with your hands. The connection of the tops of your feet, your shins with the ground. And your bottom, your thighs with wherever you're sat on. So really feeling supported right now. And close your eyes. Nod the chin. And just take this time to really slow down. Focus on your breath now. So take a nice deep breath in through your nose and all the way out through your mouth. And again, deep breath in and all the way out. Keep going with these lovely slow breaths. And really make sure that you're exhaling, ladies. This is key. When we experience trauma, we hold our breath. Something is frightening. We are in fear. We are fearful. And we hold our breath. So it's really important for us to exhale. Now, don't get me wrong. Since the birth of your first baby, depending on how long after that birth you're coming to us here, you will have been breathing, you've survived, definitely. But in order to really thrive, to feel energetic, to allow yourself to process and release trauma that sits in your breath and your body, not just in your mind, we have to exhale. So it doesn't matter how long after your experience that you are watching this video. You can process an emotion at any stage and you can really heal from that. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to process, to acknowledge emotions, to sit with them, allow ourselves. I am giving you permission here to feel everything that you feel. Please know that anything is allowed, any feeling is allowed, and that what you feel is valid. You feel it because you feel it, and that is okay. You are allowed to feel that. And with the help of this video to help you move through your traumatic experience, doesn't matter when it was, and it doesn't matter the size of it. There's no trauma too small to heal from, to acknowledge, to process. So the exhale is really important. Really breathe out now. You might not even have realized that you haven't been breathing fully, and that's okay. But starting today, watching this video, let this be a reminder to fully exhale. So let's just think about that now. So I'd like you to inhale over 4, pause, and then exhale over 4 or 5 seconds. Lovely. Keep doing your best, ladies. This might be the first time you've really inhaled for 4, exhale for 4 or 5. Thought about your breathing. If you're finding this challenging, if you can't slow the breath down this much, just breathe in over 1 or 2 and exhale for 2 or 3 seconds. But that might be an indicator of actually, yeah, I've not been breathing properly. I've held fear in my breath. And it's not a conscious act. We don't think, oh, I'm going to hold my breath now and I just won't breathe out. It's an unconscious, subconscious reaction to a traumatic experience. It's our body's way of coping and surviving, which, whether or not we recognize happened to us, is what happens when we experience trauma, ladies. So let's exhale now. And just know that you don't have to be strong all the time. I want you to really soften and know that you can feel anything you feel right now, even as I'm talking. Now, if anything is a trigger throughout this class, please know that you can pause it at any time. You can come back to it. You can contact me whenever you like. And a really good grounding technique is the breath that I'm doing with you now. To add a layer to it, bring your hands to your baby, your belly, and really feel the contact of your hands with your belly. Breathe in for 4, so count, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, pause for 1, 2 seconds, and then exhale 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 seconds. Have a slight pause, inhale. So if anything I'm saying today triggers something in you, a response, a feeling, if it causes you to dissociate, to remember, and it's really uncomfortable and it is too much, pause the video, really ground yourself and remind yourself, this mantra is beautiful, that was then and this is now. That was then and this is now. That was then and this is now. That it's safe to be in your body. Continue with this slow breath, belly breath, as I talk to you, ladies. That it's safe to be in your body. And that you can express any and feel any emotion. You are strong enough to do that. I know that is true, ladies. Even if it might not feel like it right now. I know. I know. You are stronger than you think. I want you to trust yourself completely now. That you have everything that you need to move through these emotions. I'm going to guide you, and I am here and supporting you. And that it's you that is doing this for yourself. Your body holds the wisdom We have to just reconnect and allow ourselves to feel it, even if it is scary. I know. I know. Trust yourself completely now. So the exhale is really important, ladies. We are starting to, with the words that I'm weaving in and the really big exhales, to focus on the breath. We are really starting to, don't be surprised if you get emotional, lift these emotions so that we can sit with them and process them, so that they can dissolve, so that they can become smaller, less emotive, less triggering, less scary. And when that happens, we can let go of them eventually. Okay, so trust me, trust this video, but most of all, trust yourself that you can do this. I know you can. Breathe deeply. All right, ladies, we're going to do another breathing exercise here. Again, the breath is so important. Nadi Shodhana is the next breathing exercise. So place your right hand up for me. You're going to take the first and second finger and you're going to just place it onto the your third eye, so just between your eyes, above your eyebrows, that area there, and just give yourself a little massage first of all. Take some deep breaths. Breathe deeply. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. Change direction with that circle. So we're actually stimulating the third eye here, the area of intuition. Of our inner wisdom. All right, I'm giving our head a massage, which might feel really nice. All right, and then you're going to place your your thumb over your right nostril. Now, we're actually going to do left-sided breathing today. So Nadi Shodhana is actually alternate nostril breathing, but in this video today, I want us to really drop into a calm state, and the feminine energy is going to do that. So we block off the right nostril and we inhale through the left side. And we exhale through the left too. Lovely. And again, inhale through the left. And exhale through the left too. Keep going with this. Inhale. And exhale. Keep going, ladies. Same to what we did before. Inhale over 4 or 5, nice and slowly. And exhale over that same amount, if not longer. And really relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Lovely. Inhale, really let the belly rise. Just let everything go. And then exhale. And if you want to bring the left hand to your belly, please do so. To your baby, connect with your baby now as you are really focusing on this calming breath, and your baby will feel this calming effect. It will feel your love and your intention to really relax your nervous system here. And I know that's what you want, ladies. I know that you want to be the calmest version of yourself for your growing baby, for the baby that you have now. If hopefully your baby is here with you. For anyone who isn't, sending you so much love. And also to help you move into this next birth without this fear that you held and gained and held on to from your first experience. Unintentionally, without wanting to, it sits in the body and the breath, remember. So inhale and exhale. So as we inhale and exhale through the left side is the feminine side of the body, the yin and yang energy, the yin. The calming, the restorative, the relaxing, the intuitive, the loving side of us, the unconditional love that we bring as mothers. You love your babies so much with no conditioning. You've not met your baby yet. You love your baby so much. Let's bring that love to you too. Okay, do a few more here, ladies. So as we exhale as well, we stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the nervous system which allows us to rest and digest, to process, to heal, to sleep, which when we sleep, that's when we process. The body recovers physically, and the emotions, the mind processes. When we've had a traumatic experience, it's the sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight system that engages, and quite often it stays online, it stays active. The cortisol, the adrenaline that goes through the system is really hard to switch off, and we can often stay in this heightened state of arousal, of hypervigilance, of being on edge, feeling on edge. And we're telling our bodies now that it's okay to relax, that I am not in danger now, that there is nothing to fear now. So really giving yourself permission to relax now. It is safe here now. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. Another emotion and that we feel after being so fearful for so long, and often that we reflect on from our traumatic births, is the lack of control. So I want you to say, whilst you just do a few more breaths here, that I am in control now. I am in control now. That I am in control now. Lovely. The fear and lack of control are two of the most important and the biggest things that ladies say. It's what I felt too, ladies, with my birth experience, that fearful state and lack of control. So just acknowledge now that we have nothing to fear right now, and that we are in control. And let's take that with you through your pregnancy and into your next labour, ladies. All right, float your eyes open. Hopefully you're feeling nice and relaxed. Let's start to move now, ladies. So I want you to come onto all fours. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. And I just want you to start doing some hip circles. Just some nice big hip circles. If it feels too painful to be on your wrists, then you can do this on your forearms. It might feel a bit more challenging in this position though. So it might feel quite nice to rest onto something. The sofa, a work surface, the kitchen work surface, so that you're a bit higher, and do your hip circles here. You can be stood up as well if it's sensitive to kneel, ladies. So just know that there's options. And it's really important for us to move our hips. And the reason it's important is that when we are experiencing fear, when we are in a traumatic, when we have a traumatic experience and we are really feeling fearful, we hold that emotion in our hips. Now, this is if it is a fearful situation in our labour or not. The hips and the pelvis are the emotional seat of the body energetically. All right, so, and that's what we're focusing on here today, moving through trauma. So releasing the stuck energy that's within our muscular system, that's within our nervous system through our breath. All right, so anything that moves the hips is going to help us to really reconnect with this part of our body, which is really important. We might have shut off all connection because when we were birthing and we were in fear, it was easier for our bodies, and this is subconscious, remember, we don't have a choice in it, it just happens, to disassociate, to not think about what is happening. And we want to reconnect. The reason we want to reconnect, keep going with these circles, ladies, go the opposite way now, is because we need to shift these emotions that are stuck. We need to say to our bodies that it is okay to feel what I feel. Those emotions that were stuck there, that when I froze, and we freeze when we are in a traumatic experience, the emotions that I haven't been able to process or haven't allowed myself, if it is a choice, you know, we can get scared, we don't want to think about an experience, and that's totally normal, but well done for doing this. So we're saying to our bodies now, okay, I feel safe to feel them now. So don't be alarmed if you suddenly feel really emotional. When we start to move the hips, we can feel really emotional. My cat's just coming, in case you're wondering what that floating tail is. All right, Freddie likes to come in and sit on the chair, bless him. All right, ladies, relax there. Bring your feet together. Take your knees nice and wide and come into child's pose. Just come onto your elbows first of all. Take a little wiggle from side to side. So really reconnecting with our pelvis now. Really opening out through our hips. It is safe to be in my body. It is safe to be in my body. It is safe to be in my body. I am loving myself as I move through my trauma. I am loving myself as I move through my trauma. Breathe deeply, ladies. I am loving myself as I move through my trauma. And if anything comes up like I should be over this now, why can't I just get over it? Why can't I just let it go? It's because it's still in the body and the breath, ladies, okay? Even if we feel like we've processed it in our minds, which is amazing. That's one of the aspects that we definitely need to work on, you know, our CBT, therapy, psychotherapy, anything like that, talking therapy is so good for us. And it has to also be released from the body. All right, ladies, so come down. Rest your forehead down now. And in your mind's eye, I want you to stay where you are, by the way, in child's pose. I want you to imagine now a red ball of light. Just bear with me. The chakra in the pelvis, the root chakra at the base of the spine, right down in the pelvic bowl, which is where, remember, the energy center that when we are experiencing something fearful, this is where the energy gets stuck. So it's right down at the base of the spine. It's right in the pelvic bowl, okay? Just in your mind's eye, as you're in child's pose, just thinking about that ball of energy, and it's shining really bright, all right? And imagine it as a wheel, and imagine it spinning. So our emotions, all we ever want to be is seen, heard, and valued, okay? So I just want you to sit now with any emotion that's coming up. Any emotion that's coming up, I want you to know that I see you. I hear you. I hear anything that you are saying and feeling, and that you are valid to feel that, okay? I want you to know that what happened to you was not your fault. So say that with me from your point of view. What happened to me was not my fault. Deep breath. What happened to me was not my fault. I am worthy of healing. I am worthy of healing. Allowing myself to go through a range of emotions is part of my healing process. Imagine that light shining even brighter, ladies. And there's no time limit on my recovery. You can often feel, why aren't I over it now? Why does it still bother me? Why can't I let it go? There is no time limit on my recovery. Wiggle your jaw, release any tension. We hold anger in the jaw, okay? I'll make another video on anger and resentment, definitely, because that is tied in with grief, with fear and grief. But for now, focusing here on releasing the fear that we might have held in the pelvis. All right, take a deep breath in and all the way out. All right, ladies, come forward. So just tuck your toes under and come up into downward facing dog for me. It doesn't matter if the knees don't straighten, just keep them nice and bent. And when we're in this position, we're really shining the root chakra up towards the ceiling. If we try and look at your heels, just hide your heels, then that really widens our sitting bones. So again, making room for this chakra. And again, imagine this ball of energy shining bright and really spinning. Take a deep breath in. And this might feel really nice too. It's a lovely inversion. We're taking the weight of your beautiful baby off of your bladder and off of your pelvic floor. It's out of the pelvic bowl. So this might feel quite nice, ladies. Again, if this is too much on the ground on your wrists, then you can come onto something higher and walk back. And you can also do this from a wall. That feels super nice too. All right, take a deep breath in. And all the way out. Lovely. Bring your feet halfway up towards your hands. Take your knees out, feet out even, and drop down into Malasana or yogic squat. So we're here. Now, if this really doesn't feel great, going that low, what you can do, I've got some blocks here, but if you haven't got yoga blocks, just get some pillows, pop them down, or get like a small stool and sit on something. Open your pelvis up, ladies. Create some lovely space for your baby. Now, if this all feels a bit much, just have the hands out. But what we want to do is try not to lean forwards. Obviously, we want some space for baby. So if you are leaning forwards, bring yourself up onto some blocks. Have your arms out long. Give yourself the space. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, ladies. Some more affirmations. I may not have been in control of what caused my trauma, but I'm in control of my recovery. I may not have been in control of what caused my trauma, but I am in control of my recovery. When we release these emotions, we can let go of them. And when we let go of them, we can welcome new ones. So if you're wanting to reduce anxiety whilst you are pregnant, leading up to the birth of your second baby, that is linked with birth trauma from the first birth, we have to acknowledge those emotions that we felt, and we have to feel empowered that we can process them and release them, to welcome in joy, excitement, and this sense of empowerment going into your second birth. I understand why you feel the way you do, ladies, and it can be another way. I know it might not feel like it now, but it absolutely can. Let's change fear and anxiety and worry and the need to be in control. Let's change that to surrender, to knowing, to trusting, to feeling empowered, to joy and excitement. Breathe deeply. Trust me, trust the video, trust yourself. Okay, ladies, so from this posture, just coming up, moving any blocks or anything, and coming back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, and all the way out. All right, come forwards, bring your knees down, bring the hands over towards the right, and just step your left leg through, ladies. So you're in a low lunge position at the moment. Now, if you've got blocks, great, you can do what I'm doing here. What you are going to do though is, because you need some room for baby, take that left leg out nice and wide so that you've got space here, and have yourself up on something if coming down to the ground doesn't feel good. All right, and what we're going to do is some hip circles. So you're going to lean and lunge into that left leg, and then you're going to bring that right hip back towards the right heel. So you are doing circles in this position, and we are really opening the hips here, ladies. Breathe deeply. Close your eyes, keep going with these circles. All right, this is an amazing affirmation, ladies, this next one, I think. It is okay to grieve the birth I wanted. It is okay to grieve the birth I wanted. It is okay to grieve the birth I wanted. Change direction with these circles, ladies. Breathe with this one. It is okay because it's okay. It doesn't matter if it could have been worse. Maybe it could have been different. Maybe it could have been nicer. Okay, so it's okay to grieve that. You're not naive. You're not silly. You don't want too much. It's okay to grieve it, and you must let it out and acknowledge it, so that you have room to welcome an experience that is different, and then this experience can heal the wound of the first one. All right, so we exchange this mood and emotion and feeling for another one. And it's a choice, and you're doing this video, you're here because you want to change that. All right, ladies, lovely. Let's change sides. So just take the other leg forwards and just start doing those hip circles on that side for me. So allow yourself to feel anything that comes up now, okay? Allow yourself to feel anything. Experiencing birth trauma does not make you weak. It does not mean that you are less than. It does not mean that you are a bad mum. You are human. And you can feel stronger from your experience. You really can. I know that. Change direction on this side. I know that's true. Trust me, trust this video, trust yourself. All right, ladies, do some horse lips. So take a deep breath in, lick your lips, and then breathe out, and let your lips really rumble. Now, just to make you laugh, I'll come up to the camera. Take a deep breath in, and all the way out. You ready? Just let the cat's looking at me, let everything rumble. All right, let's shake off that feeling. All right, ladies, we're going to come back to a seated position now to finish class. Press those legs, sit up nice and tall. Bring your left hand to your heart, bring your right hand to your belly now. Breathe deep. Close your eyes. Focus on your exhale, remember. Breathe out. Relax your nervous system. You are safe now. You are in control now. Ladies, I know that this can feel scary. And I also know that it is really good, and it's an amazing way to help us heal. So I want to share it with you. Trust me, trust this video, but more than anything, trust yourself. Trust yourself completely. Repeat after me. I trust myself completely. I trust my body completely. I know that might feel hard to say, ladies. But let's say it again. I trust my body completely. Let's reconnect and let's heal. There's a different way to be. There's a different way to feel. Let's take that path together. All right, ladies, bring your hands together. Bow your head to your heart. Have a little look down at your beautiful bump, your beautiful baby, and namaste. The good in me believes in the good in you. Ladies, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments. I'm going to be making a lot more when we are pregnant and leading up to our labour. Following an experience that was traumatic, it's really important for us to acknowledge emotions that are still stuck within the body and the breath, to really breathe out, to really move and shift these emotions so that we can go into that second labour feeling happier, feeling calmer, feeling more content and empowered. I know you can do this, ladies. Trust me. Trust this series. Trust yourself. Sending you so much love.